about 1.5 kilometers through forest to see more. Even I will show you place where German officer, his name was Stauffenberg, tried to kill Hitler. The last assassination attempt, Valkyrie, took part here. He attacked West Europe successful 1940. But 1940, Hitler planned Operation Barbarossa, so he sent officers to this forest of point 1, we are staying now, 1, because he wanted hidden bunker headquarters in forest. Question, why this place? Railroad was already built by Germans. Before, it was for civil people, 1907. So steel, cement, they had to transport it from other parts because this area, as you can see, was agriculture. Famous for lakes, famous for farms, and also strategic, meaning because they built with a lot of power, a lot of bunkers for communication. Even here, from this place to this, you need 30 minutes by car. The German built fortress. Actually, protection was good. Nearby was a lake, they needed water to build this stuff. Local German people had got information that chemical factory Askania did something. Civil German people, you know what they've got here? Recreation area. Why? Because they coming from the nearest town, Rastenburg, now Kętrzyn. Polish people create here restaurant 1959 because they opened for public displays long time ago. Anyway, we will see remains for the place where was a briefing and Valkyria started here. There was a bunker for visitors like Mussolini, Antonescu, but also Hitler temporarily used this place. Martin Bormann, Hitler's area number 13 for sightseeing, unlucky number. The most preserved bunker we can see for Hermann Goering, he had house next door, and also communication bunker. A lot of administration buildings, so there was a bricks with windows. Smaller bunker which was built 41. Thickness of roof 2 meters. Very good example on the car parking because small soldiers, even they've got Russian uniform, but actually people started live here after war, and danger was that people started plague, so that's why it was so important to clean minefields. Let's talk about bodyguards again. You could see picture and sign SS. So this was the building for Leibstandarte Adolf Hitler. Total number for bodyguards here was 1,500. I will say here. So it means there was a SS, it was maybe small group, and then I will stay here, sorry. And of course they've got several buildings. If we talk about Vierebeglei battalion, may I continue, yes? There was a troops which protect building and land. SS protects, you know, here VIP. Maybe I'm not. I wanted to show you a quick picture of Hitler's bodyguard, Rufus Misch. He was here with German television. Rufus Misch gave me photo when he was young and worked here. Wow. I've got his book. The title, I Was with Hitler to the End. Why he wrote such title? Because this guy worked here as a courier, a telephone operator, which I told you. But also, he was the last man to leave bunker in Berlin when Hitler committed suicide. Camouflage papers, because there was a big building, they had to cut out some trees. And that's why also it was maybe important. Well, Triam duel, you understand me? Sorry, my English. Or letter T. So by the way, they've got also wooden barracks which gone, bricks building a lot because soon you could see, and only 5 huge bunker. The thickness of roof was 8 meters. Soon on a silhouette you could see remains for number 6, we called bunker for visitors. But closer to us, we could see ruins of number 3, we could see bricks, and even pictures show us how was inside, more or less. So actually you could see lamp, tables and other stuff. What else? Maybe I tell you just one maybe interesting story. You can find wooden stuff. What does it mean? In some buildings here, they put fireplace. Hitler had tea house. Be patient. Soon I will show you bridge building near Hitler's bunker. There was a tea house. But because 10 years ago was a lot of picture. You could see Stauffenberg, sorry in the sound but well. In the middle staying Hitler. Behind these people guest bunker. Guest bunker. Yeah, and factories, look, this is the Stauffenberg, guest bunker, Hitler Keitel. It was just taken nearby. Why briefing was here? Now explanation. This place was never bombed, but they started a freight bomb, and 44, yes, winter, Hitler went to Berchtesgaden, and workers decided to build huge bunker. Mid-July 44, Hitler's bunker wasn't ready yet, but it was ready guest bunker. 44. Klausenkamp von Stauffenberg tried to kill Hitler. He also other. Where against dictatorship lost their life. This memorial was opened here in 1992, where in Poland started transformation. Of course, I wanted to finish story maybe sad. If you watch German film about the subject, German film showed true story about Stauffenberg attitude, because Stauffenberg first was keen on Hitler. Even he didn't like slave people like Polish, because he was in Poland as an aggressor September 39, and he wrote letter to his wife. Janina, we are now in Poland, dirty people living here. A lot of Jewish, Polish, we could use them as a slave labor. They helped us create our Poland. In Africa, Stauffenberg was right. I wanted to finish story about the job for Polish soldiers. We've got here tribute for Polish soldiers who killed and wounded when they worked here. Sorry, 1945 since 55. They took 54,000 pounds. Only for the road.
No way.
Okay. Now come here, please. Okay. This is for medicine stuff. It was all, even I found in my garden partly. This is steel shutter from the building which were windows. After war, Polish people were taken to build one factory in Warsaw. Mogę przeprosić pana? Dziękuję. This is bottle. Brewery was in the nearest town called Rastenburg. You could find German name for my town. This is Jagermeister, like this. Beer from Hamburg. I must say again, huge camp. They've got the best drinks, the best stuff, you know. Przepraszam. So actually, barber, look, you could find here, and also this was a water like drinking water in the ground, like in the town. And here some rubbish. So, inhalator, I told you about some gummy shoots, this small box, and also part of belt, also, you know, some medicine to break. No to dobrze, my poczekamy, nie ma problemu, tylko powiedziałam, że idę słuchać. His bunker, number 13, was built longer to prepare such shape. Okay, so maybe first group, if you want it, because I will be waiting for all people here. Why they built above ground? You could see here, table of water was quite high in this corridor. So protection above ground. So I suggest 7 people go with me, and first corridor, other corridor. That's all. That's all. In this moment, because all huge bunker they destroy, put TNT inside. The most destroyed will be Hitler's bunker, but Goering's bunker you could soon see, even you could see room, even you could see construction and corridors. All right, yeah, that's all what I wanted to show you. Zigzag corridor, somewhere here was a room. That's all.
The Nazis just really
Yes, German.
Hier rein, mit der Mama rauf.
Ich mache jetzt ein Video. Genau, dann
So during briefing, two persons from this office had to write down protocol paper. So who was here was wooden barrack, maybe with such roof. Even they added about brick plated river. Why they reinforced and built sauna cinema? Because they had to stay longer than they expected. First Hitler said, okay, with mosquitoes I could stay for months. Temporary building could finish for a week. And ordinary German people could visit. So actually they've got, of course, electricity certain heating, but listen carefully. They never check this huge bunker like this in winter time. Why? It was ready spring 44, November 44 Hitler's bunker. They left in November.
it looks like the other side.
That's pretty
this
interesting.
Is only corridor. I could give you light, so look, straight corridor like this. Look.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
all. That's all.
Wow, yeah, straight through.
Poczekaj. Wait, my torch again. So actually, there was a, I know this corridor because very danger in the end, because roof collapsed. This bunker, it's destroyed. So big pyrotechnic show.
Somebody needs mosquito things.
I do. We're halfway, but anyway, we survived.
I've got 3 already.
Dobra. Also, there was of the melody Disney film, but I can't remember.
Виталий, що нам так більше додало? Не цікавиться?
Джеки сесть, потом
Why? Because next to the smaller bunker, huge one in the end, Hitler had got all the time tea house. Drinking tea, wooden, later bricks, and in tea house was a fireplace. His favorite subject was architecture, Jewish problem. Nobody could stop him and it was just lasting 2 a.m. Why? Hitler had insomnia. He couldn't sleep. And amphetamine or some drug. The physician Morel staying here and Hitler crashed. Okay, first have a look for the room. Here you are. Of course, if you look in front of us, this is collapsed roof. There was a rooms. Look, where it's wrong CAD, so it means rooms. I must say again, nobody found in German archives plan of the new construction. That's why people could draw in, measure. This is seen from south corridors, for example. It was burned his body. Remains of Hitler's body was found by Russian because when they did it, they escaped. Erich Kempka, Rochus Smisz, they were arrested by Russian later, but remains was found by Russian. So the skull is now in Moscow, probably 51. Briefing was here. Very lucky because first was successful East Front, you know. Then when was Hitler quarrel with officers, he changed place for briefing. And look, this is the picture which show us how they camouflage roads. Concrete roads still exist in other parts. So gardening company still exists in Stuttgart. Look, plastic leaves like this. If you have a power, let's go to Geringsbanke, the most preserved. We're just exploring corridors. I show you there was a hermetical seal from east side. Soon we could go in east corridor. More fake trees than natural. Look, fake tree, fake, fake, fake. Polish people were taken after war, you know. Przepraszam, wchodzi się tędy, gdzie ja wchodzę. Idą Państwo odwrotnie. Dobra. So actually I finished. Polish people were taken fake trees to dry hay. Behind us you could see storage for ammunition, just behind modern fence. Okay. It will be some mosquitoes inside. If you don't want to go there, waiting for me at the corner. Okay. What we could see also picture both sides for Hermann Goering with other guys. In the middle of the corridor, I will show you the other corridor. Okay, so teraz, przepraszam, idę w stronę wolną.
Wow, okay, she wasn't lying. She was not lying.
Odwrotnie się wchodzi, tak jak ja wchodzę. So this is Goering, Hitler after the duel. Take your time on a lot of mosquitoes. Now watch your step, okay, be careful. And for 5-6 people we can have a look and just continue. Electricity cable, watch your step. Here was a hermetic seal door. After the corridor was a room, have a look only. Be careful, step up. Be careful, please. Step up here and maybe 2 people more. Have a look. Okay, wait. Dobra, because it's crowded. Have a look, take picture and just back. Yeah. Watch your head, uwaga. Continue left side and go outside. Yes, be careful, uwaga. Yeah. And other people come if you want it. Just poczekaj, wait. Okay, you could go, wait. And go out. Yeah. Step up, I said. Please. Now I give you right. Something on the map and he will break this. Then after this explosion was. 12:42 because we've got clock other side. Immediately was killed Mr. Berger, he was typist. In hospital that General Schmund, 2 months later, General Korten and Brandt. I would like to remind you that 24 persons go around. So mostly people who stay in this edge of the table were wounded, because 11 people were wounded total. Why we know? Because Hitler visited these people in hospital. Several days later, the hospital was fighting around 1 year. The building still exists in the Belfort Tower. So I wanted to edit that was other people who tried to kill Hitler, so that's why we got information about General Bresko who wanted to kill Hitler. 43 whose bottle brandy in a plane, found it and stole it because Lair. Listen, where we going, in the middle, you could see light, you could see room, message, you know. Actually, boss of communication, let's go, be careful, watch your step. His name was Mr. Kętrzyn, he was boss of signal
General Fergalicious.
Two people change. Yeah. Stalactite and there is some ghost exist here down there. In the film about ghosts, they ask me which place is more sinister for you. I said 2 people go. Yes, please. I said this. I've never go alone here because 10 years ago it was dark. Look at Mama. Yeah, actually, sometimes I prefer there was a rat. Yeah, go. Yeah, go, because you must soon go as other people.
Do not touch the walls.
Yeah.
So it was not so proper floor, and some where I found part of floor. Other side you could see information about who made ventilation system, Dragever, Heliback, step, yeah. So anyway, stalactite, because I told you, ruins, yeah. Just watch your step going here, good. So we just finished such. Actually, Feldgiebel came here, this guy, and he said, something strange happened, Hitler's still alive. So actually, they didn't know what to do in Berlin. They are waiting for Stauffenberg. Anyway, I'm waiting because this is interesting in the end to see. Watch your head. Actually, picture, which you could see, picture of the building had windows. What does it mean? In this place, since 44, it was communication bunker, but small building. In a, let's say, new construction, which was added 44. Dobra, okay. Influence for the film, but producer didn't agree. What could be film will be not correct? He said, first we ought to watch film because Tom Cruise film was 2008.